Ja fire tiki story ne mama indo kada winyu kumbejan. Apa ngoma tika ngoma rat kire mera no chere studio we mama jinja fire berka werne an begira kai ber mori analyzing we manyeri tika werne inoni ngit dong tika ngeo komkar dong ngit dong ngeo week dong kai wer twal ka dong ngiro binu season dong umere nong kare mo be tim ngo iting break kenyo wa do ber girit ke ber tamani gimana tika werni cira tura twer ma widana ka pet twer ma widan pingodok we ka metric we mano kano King Jaffa tungulu. And of course talking about that remember it's the 4th edition of this very particular week. CHUKU still remains my name, and of course the only guy that speaks in capital letter. Each and every single Thursday we always take you back to back to the root. We always say that old is gold. That's what we always give you each and every single Thursday. And of course, a couple of music played on your screen. We had something from that is my brother, the late Dr. Blue. And of course, LMB Rags also came in with the Lazaro. And remember, Lazaro was one of the biggest jam. Lazaro was the jam that really brought this guy, on the track. And by then, the song really trended so much. And we all know that LMB Rags is one of the biggest rapper in northern Uganda and in Uganda at large. I saw one of the posts, I saw one of the posts, the person who is handling his social media, who is doing, who is handling the social media bit of it, of LMB Rags. He was talking about, that is Navio. After finishing with the brother that is a rap knowledge, he should come this other side. He will also be waiting for him. But of course, the moral of this story will be coming your way in the second half of the show. We are just trying to, I was just trying to bring you in the mood that, this is what we always do each and every single Thursday. We always give it back to, to the root, where we came from. And trust me, where we are right now, in the years to come, still it will be considered as, as the root where we come from. And of course, some of them, they will also be played. Some of the music will be played as if, the old music. Because, age is going and time is running very, 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 very fast. CHUKU still remains my name. And of course, let's take it to music. And when we bounce back, and remember, giving you a hint, almost the battle is to get started. That is a rap knowledge, Akbar, the rap, Judas, the rap knowledge, and Navio. Still, we are counting, a couple of hours for it to, for the battle to kickstart. But of course, all the details will be coming in the second half of the show. CHUKU, continue watching West Night Television, and of course on Star Times, channel 477, and on CHUKU Satellite channel 0073, and on Azam TV. You can as well catch up with us on channel 369. CHUKU, that is coming in from a brother that is Ragadi, one of the legendary artists that we all know of all time. And of course, this is one guy, back then, all I know about him is that back then, this is the guy who did a couple of music, and of course, his musics were all on point. And I love the fact that he used to put a lot of comedy when it comes to videos. Bit of it, he puts a lot of comedy. That's because the comedy that he has been putting in the music industry, and of course in the music videos, I think it was one of the things that sold him out. Because when you take a keenly looked at the guy's video, music video, you'll find let me say 50% of some of the videos are almost full of comedy. And of course, this is the guy we all know that he has been there in the industry, and he's still there. Remember last year, he had his concert, and I believe that people, just trying to remind people about that he's around. Me, I know him of being one of the biggest one that that inspired me back then. I used to love his music so much. CHUKU still remains my name. Of course, remember, today is a TBT, the throwback, where we're gonna be reminding you, about all those old songs, a couple of songs played on your screen. And then again, talking about the guys who are, who are still trending right now, and of course who have been in the industry back then, and they are still trending. They are there. There are a couple of them, and away from that, we're talking about Navio there. And remember, Navio, as we speak, Navio is already pulling his socks to come and meet the king. He calls himself a King Akbar. That is the rap knowledge. The battle will start tomorrow. that is in Lira City, and of course that's where it will start. And I believe that all the guys, and as we speak right now, the Lira guys are warming seriously. They want to witness the battle between these two giants. And of course, when you talk about these giants, these are old guys who have been, who have been staying in Europe for some couple of years, and we all know that when they're rapping, the way they do their things, they do it. It's so far much different from the way others do their raps. And when you look at Judas rap knowledge, this is our brother. Enuti Omegu Mamegwa, Madog Wangeo strength. We know his strength, and of course to prove to us that is worth our support, and we really need to see him, take down. That is Navio, and take Navio himself also taking him down is not going to be that easy. And of course, after Leader, they would be heading to Gulu, and that's where the second battle will take place. And of course, the other time when I spoke to Mood, the Blood Mood, and I was like asking him, Blood Mood, what's up about this upcoming guys, battle? The guy was like, they were supposed to extend it up to Apache, but because of a certain thing, I don't know what, but I tried asking him to disclose, but he was not ready to tell me the reason as why it has not been, taken up to Apache. Because this guy, when it comes to rap music, this is one of the guys that we know that inspired so many rappers in the whole of the country. And talking about the rappers, we had also Lumix, and of course late, it's already late, but we all know that the effort that these guys have been putting in the music industry when it comes to rap music. And away from that, my brother, that is LNB Rags, like I did say it yesterday, but it's not yet clear that he's to organize his concert. But of course, at the same time, he's also saying, I think he's also interested in battling Navio. But you see, people think it's easy. It's not an easy thing. This is also a journey. First of all, convincing the guy, to come, and secondly, looking at how you have branded yourself. Because definitely, you cannot just wake up one morning and you say, I want to battle this and this and this. And of course, these are the guys who have moved the world, and they will first look at, the first thing they will look at, who is this very particular person. How, looking at who this very particular person is, they will also ask about, try finding out from other people how you have branded yourself. And as we all know that when it comes to branding, Judas Rap Knowledge, this is the guy who has been working so hard, in branding himself, and he's still doing so. And our brother LMB Rags is still to pull up the socks, but I believe that maybe not this year, maybe next year after he's done with his concert. That we assume that it's going to go down this year. Maybe after that, that's when we can sit down and say, yeah, looking at the potential of the guy, and then the music mileage, and then we can also sit down and say, yeah, it's okay. The guy is fit, he's fit to face Lion. He's fit to face that is Navio. But me, I would suggest before Navio, and of course, he should first start it with our own guys from this other side. Then later, we can as well get to the other side of battling the big guy, that is Navio. We all know he's a big guy when it comes to rap music. And of course, that's all about what is going to take place in Gulu and Lira. That is a day that is starting from tomorrow and Saturday. And then away from that, my brother has been touring. That is been touring. The Coffee Park. We all know that Coffee Park is to be launched. And we all eyes, the Ugandans, most of the big dignitaries in Uganda, and they're right now, as we speak, their mindset are all the other side. And as we speak right now, one of the biggest artists in the name of Biebe Cool, he has been there, touring the place with the wife, that is Zuena. We all know, being one of the face in Uganda, and of course it takes it takes a lot of energy to show your face in such kind of event. That is Biebe Cool has been touring Tungamu. That is where the coffee pack will be launched. That is on talking about that. We have a couple of artists that have been on the lineup of performing that side on Saturday. One of the biggest artists we're talking about, that is Diamond Platinum. He would be also here in Uganda doing it together with us, and at the same time Eddie Kenzo and Biebe Cool himself. But for Dr. Jose Chameleon, it says that his is still 50-50. I don't know why. Is it because of his upcoming, maybe, something like that? Should it be maybe because of his upcoming concert? That's what I don't know. But of course, Dr. Jose Chameleon is supposed also to be part of that performance. And of course, but now, also some of other artists also are supposed to be there, but we are yet to get to understand who exactly amongst the artists that are going to be there. And talking about the coffee pack, we all know that the coffee pack, people think that it's only for, for manufacturing coffee, but no. And as the place is not only for that, but the place is being, they are going to launch the place, and generally the basic things that will be going down the other side is also talking about the festival will also be, festival can also be, take place, will also be taking place in that place, and so many activities will also be going down in that very particular place. And talking about that, in one of the Biebe Cool interview with some of the journalists around the city, around the country, talking about, he did say that, coffee pack, and of course talking about coffee will be, the purpose of doing that thing is for selling Ugandan artists. The purpose of seeing the artists going the other side is to sell the Ugandan artists. And then I asked myself, how are we going to sell this Ugandan artists? And of course, before we have seen a couple of guys, things comes like this, and before you know it, it vanishes to air. Once the money is embezzled, and the things just vanishes to air. And then, and of course, he did say that how he did also explain of the artists in Uganda. He did say some of the artists, not all the artists in Uganda. But of course, I'm talking about that. Who are these? If you ask yourself, who would be this artist that will be marketing this coffee? Also, so he did also say that in case you are to call maybe Dr. Jose Chameleon, let me give an example of our own here. In case you are to call Monopoly to go and perform in UK, definitely at the back of Monopoly's shirt, it will be that coffee thing will be branded. Meaning that you have sold two things. That is, you have sold the artist, and at the same time the brand that is coming from Uganda. But now, of course, you're looking at Uganda. We have seen a couple of such kind of thing coming in Uganda each and every single time. But the guys who always spearhead them are guys who always think about for God and their stomach. And this one here, I can say it without fear or favor. We know that, like said, 4 artists will be taken each and every single, should I say singly every year, they'll be picking up 4 artists to 4 artists to market, the brand. And then at the same time, marketing the artists themselves. So now, this is the start. Who are those artists that will be spearheading that, that marketing strategy of, selling Uganda out and the artists selling them out also? Who are those going to be there? Now, talking about that, how are they going to make those things? Like, select the artists. Are they only going to focus on the central artist, or they're going to focus on Ugandan artists? That is a question that I personally is asking now, and I believe that when he gets to understand that when you get to understand this, you will know that I am really trying to mean something big. Of course, we're talking about Ugandan music. Ugandan music is not only in Central, but of course it cut across Western, the Eastern, not only Central and Northern part of Uganda. We have a lot of artists within Uganda. There are very many. There are more than million, artists, in Uganda. So how are you going to do that? Yeah, are you only going to, like the first phase, are you only going to pick the central artists? That is also the question to be asked. And how do you intend to do this in the whole of the country? Because we have guys in northern Uganda who can also do so, who can also, who can also represent and market at the same time, who also needs to be sold out to the people, to other people there. We all know that coming of Diamond Platinum is not only him, but of course definitely the government where he comes from also is backing him up. Because when looking at the coffee park, it's not only for Ugandans, and of course this is things that this is something that is not only going to benefit Ugandans alone. No, we're talking about East Africa, and of course that will be the center point where we, at least East Africa, will benefit from that. So now once they benefit from that, also the current Ugandans who are doing the good music right now, they also need to benefit from that, one way or the other. We'll go wrong. Yeah, we'll go wrong because all the guys that we look at, first of all, the first thing they always look at, the money bit. Yeah, the money bit of it, definitely when such kind of opportunity is coming, you cannot tell money is not involved in that. Definitely, there is amount